The engine is coming in pieces on this next truck that they're about to unload. We have the boiler on the front part of the truck, just a raw boiler with the flue tubes exposed and everything. It's just going to be a skeleton of a train initially when it's loaded. The cab is going to go elsewhere and get some more work done on it. And then it'll all get reconstructed right here on site and freshly painted up. And we're setting it up as a Baltimore and Ohio train. This engine we got is a 1920 Baldwin 280 consolidation engine, and so we're keeping it in its proper configuration for its age and everything. And it's going to take probably at least 3 weeks of a crew here working every day. Yes, all of the engine is complete. It was initially with the Jonesboro, Lake City, and Eastern Railroad. Then it went with the Frisco Railroad. Then it went with the Mississippian. Then it went with the Pine View Mountain Railroad up in Pennsylvania. And then it went to the Gettysburg Railroad. So it's been all over the East Coast over its lifetime. When we bought it, it had an oversized tender. Somewhere along its life, which it's nearly 100 years old, 98 years old, somewhere along the way, the engine acquired a much bigger tender for some reason. Oversized, bigger than we really needed or wanted. And by sheer coincidence, after we bought it, I was contacted by the Arcade and Attica Railroad in New York State and asking if we would consider trading the tender that was with this engine as we bought it for one that is almost identical to the one this engine started out with in 1920. So it became a win-win for both of us. Arcade and Attica, they still operational railroad and needed a larger tender. So we traded it away, but that tender was mated with a Baldwin steam engine just like this one, and so that's how we're putting these two pieces together. Now the deal we made on trading is that they were willing, that was right in service, this tender here, right up till they took it out of service, but it was all set up as Arcade and Attica on the side of it and everything. So the deal was that they would totally sandblast this tender, do anything it needed. They put a new wooden deck under it, under the tank, and then painted it and lettered it all for us. And that was kind of an advantage for us, because then they delivered it down here totally restored. And we have hired Diversified Rail Services out of Georgia to do this restoration of the engine. We have purchased a smoke fog machine, going to be in it so that we can push smoke out the stack and down at the bottom. And we have purchased an audio system with the whistle sound and everything. So we're going to try to give it a little bit of life, even though it won't be under steam. And we can ring the bell and have fun with it.